SHOWstudio fashion editor Georgina Evans here. I am still in Pitti, reporting from the bottom of the Bob Early Gardens, where I have just seen SRStudio LA CA, which, if you're wondering, is Sterling Ruby's new brand. Sterling Ruby we know and love as an artist and sculptor. You might be familiar with his work from working with Raf at Dior and Calvin Klein, big, huge, gargantuan sculptures, amazing kind of primary colours, pom-poms, hanging utensils, all that kind of set that we've seen in Calvin and also in these stores in Calvin when Raf was there. So everyone very excited about this show, lots of hype around it. He is one of those California characters that tends to have a magnet of people around him, and indeed Virgil was sat at the show that just happened. Really grand setting. I believe it's a converted stables that we've just I've just walked down from. Really smoky, hazy, and really dramatic music, heavy drums that kind of escalated as the show went on. So let's talk about the clothes. Really fantastic. I'm going to say streetwear because it feels like it's in keeping with that California aesthetic that we often get with designers in this kind of denim wear. With these denim wear looks. So denim was really heavy and prevalent throughout the collection, and I feel like it's partly because it has that slight workwear utility art vibe to it, so it has that kind of blank canvas element to it, which I think works perfectly with Ruby. And indeed the denim was painted in a variety of colours, so real primary tones and kind of Andy Warhol pop art colours that Ruby uses a lot in his work, all full denim looks in pink and yellow and blue, which were really striking. Lots of wide leg trousers as well, which is quite unusual for menswear at the moment, but really dramatic wide leg trousers. Some of which with a zip down the back, just to show the kind of socks, the logoed socks and the shoes. The logoed socks, I feel, and the logos actually throughout the collection, I feel, were a little bit in keeping with that kind of Virgil streetwear California aesthetic, and I wasn't sure if I was too keen on them, but I guess it's going to do exceptionally well. So the jury's out on that one at the moment. But anyway, so wide leg jeans with split up the back to show the logos, and these amazing clomping great shoes, trainers and boots, the boots of which have serrated bottoms, really stomping, and everything's embossed with this logo down the side. The trainers were almost clown-like, kind of smoothed out edges and in block colours in reds, and again those primary tones that we associate with Ruby. Some really wonderful capes and shawls as well. Again, I assume in denim. I couldn't quite make out the fabrication, but they lend themselves perfectly to kind of Ruby's artwork and layering, so kind of paint splodges and digital prints. And this painterly element was throughout the collection as well, kind of splatters of paint digitally printed on t-shirts and jeans again. Lots of denim, really hammering that home. Some really fantastic dresses as well, kind of mid-length, digitally printed, and those were images taken rather from Ruby's work but from his wife, Melanie Schiff's. So long line candles on the dresses and some wonderful kind of capey, drapey looks that have prints of kind of Americana symbolism, and those kind of later on in the show, kind of after those symbolic looks, we've got a few all-in-one tracksuits and such, and they've got kind of adhesive prints of Schiff's work on them as well, so as if black tracksuits but with flames of adhesive print in kind of Americana styling. So I thought those were really strong, and those would definitely be very popular, I can tell. A very smart addition, which I thought was rather clever, was a Sterling Ruby shopping bag used as a styling tool for some of the looks, and it was as if to say you could already imagine yourself walking out the door with these clothes, which I thought was rather great. And it was in that perfectly Instagrammable neon orange as well, so I'm sure that will do exceptionally well. Ruby was saying backstage that he really enjoyed kind of designing for the form, and he was saying that there's not much difference than working on an art piece and there is for clothes, and there's something really wonderful about seeing your clothes on someone and having that narrative, kind of the clothes continue their own narrative when you've let them go, so to speak. So I thought it was really interesting that he was seeing this entire collection as kind of an art experiment almost, and he just seems so relaxed and so at ease backstage that it feels really confident in the designs. I don't think these collections will be seasonal. He said, I don't think we should go to a show with seasons, but a section of these clothes are going to be available to buy from SSENSE tomorrow. So he's already thinking about see now, buy now, adding that level of hype which ties into the logos, some of the trainers, and this kind of logo mania that was on quite a few of the looks. So there's a real kind of duality going on throughout the collection. I feel like there's the logo slightly more streetweary California looks that are going to probably do well for the younger market, the hype boys, the skater boys, and then the odd kind of slightly higher end looks like denim dresses that have bare the skin at the side and are tied, and those worn over jeans, or the loafers. Actually, there was kind of a slide-on loafer with a big safety pin on the fold of the toe. I feel like those were going to hit a slightly different demographic. So overall, a really interesting collection. I love the little ruby notes. So there was silver bags with atypical ruby pom-poms in the baskets, and some of them are carrying kind of pure silver scythes, which we've seen as decoration at a RAF Calvin Klein show. So I thought it was a brilliant entry level collection. I'm quite impressed. I think it will do exceptionally well commercially. It's got that real sweet spot of wearability, but also kind of in the know, knowledge, fashion. It's got that little nod, a bit like Virgil's orange tag on the shoes. There's something about this Ruby collection that has that in the know nod that will make it sell out really fast, I imagine. We shall see. Everyone check SSENSE tomorrow and find out. So yeah, congratulations Sterling Ruby. I'm thoroughly impressed with the first collection. I can see it progressing, but I'm pleased it's seasonless. I think that's probably a smart way to go. Thank you guys very much for watching. Lots more reviews to come. This is the last from Pitti, but we'll be in Milan tomorrow. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a trick. Do visit SHOWstudio so you can see all the brilliant Ruby garments I've been describing. See you guys soon.